This week at the cabin. Cory and I began this cabin build project over a year ago now. We're at a point in the project where a lot of the tasks we need to complete are boring as heck, to be honest. Before I came up here on this trip, Cory and I were coming up with ideas of things that I need to accomplish on this trip to best set us up for our future trips. The things we came up with were screwing in some of the loose boards in the loft that still need to be screwed down and are just sitting there. I need to stain the ladder to get into the big loft. I will probably build some sort of a table for us to use in the living room. I'm always super excited to see what I'll find on the game camera footage here at the cabin. So far we've seen deer. You'll have to look at past videos, but mostly just deer, squirrels. Nothing new on the game camera, so that is kind of boring. I'm gonna go ahead and move the location of the game camera to see if I can see something in a different spot. Let's pray I don't get poison ivy again, because I've had poison ivy 3 times this summer. Once was just like a little patch, but right now I have it pretty bad on my legs. In my last video I was wearing Crocs with Crocs with socks to try and protect myself from getting more poison ivy, and then somebody commented and made fun of my Crocs and socks, so maybe I should have addressed it in the last video. Cory and I are not the most stylish people, but I'm not as bad as, like, I would willingly just wear Crocs with socks, but I am a magnet for poison ivy. I can see poison ivy right now. Look how beautiful this piece of wood is. There are reds and blues and grays and browns. This is such a pretty piece of wood, and I cannot wait until this is a table. I have my very first ever paid sponsorship today, and it is for something that it just seems so happenstance that it worked out, because a video or two ago, if you watch my channel, I was in the loft, the big loft of the cabin, talking about how we probably won't do mattresses in the lofts. We will probably actually do cots. So what I like about the Tom Shoe cots is that I actually already set this one up at home, and I didn't even need instructions to really figure it out. It was somewhat intuitive. Also, this is the whole cot. The whole thing packs into a little container like this. There are smaller bags in here with all of the pieces, and on the inside of this case there is directions in case you do need the directions. But I love that it's sewn right into the case here, so you can't lose it. This is the cot setup in the shortened version. Now I'm going to put on the legs to extend it and give a little bit more lift. This cot is able to hold up to about 500 pounds, so little kids, big kids, adults. I am 5'9", so I'm pretty tall, and this is still very comfy. If you want to buy a cot like this for camping, for at your cabin, or to keep at home as a spare bed, if you have a small home, tiny home, apartment, or even cabin where you want to have spare beds for people, it's nice to be able to pack up a bed this small that is this comfortable. We will be putting one cot in each of our 2 lofts here at the cabin for the kids to be able to sleep on when we're here. We also might use these cots in the winter time if we decide to go winter camping, because it's nice to be up off the ground to stay a little bit more warm in the winter months. There will be a link in the description of this video so that you can check out this strong, heavy-duty, stable cot. Thank you so much, Tom Shoe, for sponsoring this video. Why isn't it afraid of me? Run! Ah! Go away! Why is it not afraid of me? Why is it not hiding? Hot. That was very hot.
Mouse, why are you not afraid? Mouse. Mouse.
So, we have a mouse problem in the cabin, apparently, and the mouse is right there. For some reason, it's not afraid of me. I mean, it stopped moving. It was wiggling and digging through the carpet. And since I've started talking, it has stopped moving. Almost looks dead, but I'm assuming it's just kind of afraid, but not afraid enough to run. But this same mouse sat and stared at me yesterday while it ate a crumb. Like 2 feet away from me. And didn't run away. It's tiny and it's cute, so I don't really want to kill it. But I don't really know what to do. We have a live trap because I don't want to kill it. We got live traps. Cory bought live traps. So we could catch the mice, take them somewhere else, drop them off in a field or something. But this guy wants nothing to do with the trap, which we have caught mice in the trap before, so I don't know if it can just sense that it's a mouse trap or that other mice have been scared in there or something. I don't know. But it will not go in the live trap. And it's just sitting there, like snuggled up on my carpet. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I'm so scared of it. I've been in bed all morning and I've been reading, thinking about how much stuff I should be doing. But honestly, it feels so good just to lay in bed every Saturday morning. I don't get to lay in bed every Saturday morning, but it seems like when I do get to lay in bed, it's a Saturday morning, and honestly, I feel like that's what Saturday mornings should be. Also, I honestly don't love the way that coffee tastes out of a percolator. In case you're wondering, or you see our percolator and you think that this is the coolest way ever to make coffee. I agree that it's the coolest way to make coffee, but it honestly kind of tastes burnt. I heard from somebody one time, I don't know if this is true, but I heard somewhere that coffee is best made with not quite boiling hot water, like a little bit cooler water, so it's not so hot, because otherwise it burns the coffee. And I've never really thought I cared. I'm a pretty, I'll drink any coffee kind of person. I'm not super picky. But ever since using this percolator, I swear the coffee really does taste burnt. It's too hot, because the water, I think, has to boil for the percolator to work. But it's still coffee and it's still good enough, and it's fun. It's fun because the water, you can see it in the top. We have another percolator, but you can't see the water percolating in the top of it, so I definitely like this one. It's fun. It's a good camping way to make coffee, but I might get a different type of coffee maker or something like that for the cabin later on when we have space to put it somewhere. What a beautiful morning. I can see the sun shining on the leaves outside. Lately we've had a ton of smoky and really hazy days. There are fires in northern Minnesota and Canada, but today it looks sunny, and at least from this perspective it looks clear and beautiful. The mouse is back in the same spot that it was in. Yeah, the mouse is back. And darn it. Needless to say, I will be bringing that rug home to wash it. It does look like there's a little spot of something on the rug. I don't know what exactly is on it. So, yes, if you have any live mousetrap recommendations that work, we have a big one that can hold a bunch of mice, and they can go in but they can't go out, and you put food in there, and it's got like a clear plexiglass kind of lid to it. That is what we have right now, and it worked when we got it, and now it's not really working. I don't know what the problem is. If you have some other ideas or any tips, recommendations, please let us know. We do try not to keep any food in here. The things that we generally think a mouse would like towels or blankets or sheets, we put those in bins under the bed. The only thing that gets left out is that rug, but it hangs on the bed, so it's kind of hard to get at, and it looks like they haven't really gotten at it until it was on the floor.
I am mere feet away from this thing.
Okay, we're gonna name the mouse Stuart Little because Stuart has moved into the home and therefore should be named appropriately and welcomed. I feel like it's karma that we are welcoming Stuart Little into our cabin today, because before I came up here, Cory and I were loading things into my car to bring up here, and I didn't realize that the hatch, the back door thing of my car was left wide open in the garage. So when I went to leave, I go to close the hatch, and Colt, our dog, was laying in the car, refusing to get out because he wanted to come with here. He wanted to come to the cabin. He knows when we're loading up the vehicles that we're leaving and that we're not going to come back probably that day. He would not come out. I had to physically drag him out, and he is like my size. The problem is if Cory's not here, he doesn't really listen to me. He's already had porcupine run-ins here. We don't need him like going off and getting into trouble. Also, when Colt wouldn't get out of my car, my cat Article also climbed into the car and wanted to come with too. I don't think Artie really wanted to come with. He was just like, why is the dog in the car? I want to be in the car. And I had this fight trying to get the cat and the dog out of my car. Colt, out. Out of my car. Colt, come here. Colt. Colt, come here. Out. Colt. Colt, come here. Colt, out.
Oh my God.
Before coming here, because they just wanted to be included, and now I have karma in the form of Stuart Little hanging out with me in the cabin, who would not be here. I am very sure I would not see Stuart Little if Colt or Artie were here. So there you have it.
You'll always be the one I want at midnight. You'll always steal my breath away. Yeah. You'll always be my heart, my life. Every second, every day.
Okay.